Hello, this is Stonehenge51 showing a cool video about this thing I did. And I found out that you could put noble gas and it will turn itself into plasma and start melting things just randomly. So you just put it all the way through this texture trap. So there's plasma everywhere. And just to help it along, we add some oxygen into the mix. And what happens is it gets really hot in there. And so if we turn off this fancy fire view and go to basic, makes it easier to see. See all the little plasma atoms. But it's not as good as real plasma. You could put real plasma in there, it melts everything. So if cover everything in plasma, and it's melting the iron. That's a different thing. Then you could do cool things with plutonium explosions. Or you make a big box of plutonium and you put lots of it in there. You have to be fast because it starts to react immediately. A violent reaction. It will create all different types of things, like uranium. If you're actually able to get the pressure down, from what it's like 200 and something, you can get vacuum it out. You can cool down the uranium. Or I've done this, it looks a little bit weird, but it does work. It's where you surround it in stuff that lets air out. And so the pressure never builds. As you go, wah, ha, ha, ha. I'm gonna make this visible. There it goes. Oh, there's it going. There we go. And it unleashes the explosion. I'm just gonna drain out all the air, which may take a few seconds. It does work. Fortunately, the uranium is extremely hot now. Vroom, 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 vroom. There, that should do the trick. Try to equal out the pressure. There we go. There we go. Now since it's not under any pressure, you can cool it. Or you can simply just pause the game, cool it a lot, kind of thing. I go like this, and it will cool down. cool it all down. And you unpause the game, and it's instantly back to normal. The uranium has no pressure against it, so it won't heat up. We've got tons of stone. It's weird what it creates. Another one I like to do. Takes a little bit of setup to do. But you take the stuff and you supercool it so that it's very cold. And a really cool thing happens where it shrinks really a lot. See, it goes super cool. Do the same thing, like, 4 times. Kind of a thing. Then what you do, if you want to put some kind of something that melts or something like that, and with the explosion, and go to the neutrons, let out a tiny burst of neutrons, doesn't lag too much, and it releases tons of very, very hot neutrons that just instantly melt anything. It's ticking and melting this iron into nothing. Basically puts itself at the heat of plasma, like that's 6,000 degrees, and it's like melting everything. And iron only melts at 1500 kind of thing. You go, just to get rid of this stuff here. Didn't really wasn't in the blast radius. Melt it all down. There you go. Super hot. And you put it on cool. And you cool the iron. And then it goes back to its normal state. A lot of it will take a few seconds to cool down because it's really hot. But it'll eventually all cool down and harden. I could just keep that there, and it takes all the heat away. And there, it's super cooled. We'll heat it back up again, because it starts glowing. Just like melt this stuff up here. Just combine it into one block to kind of do this little melty effect. I think we just get to melt into one solid thing. And you just do it over here just